Do you want to learn guitar, but you feel that you can't make it, that the guitar is not for you? Very beginners guitar students sometimes can have a hard time on the instrument, especially when they're starting off. So today I'll give you the step-by-step of what you need to do to achieve your goals on the guitar, and that the guitar is for everyone. Hey guys, I'm Everton Zaquini, and as a music teacher, many guitar students have come to me and sometimes they would tell me that they tried to play the guitar and couldn't do that, or they were struggling to develop on the instrument. The most common problem that I found on the guitar players that was stuck or couldn't learn the guitar is the approach to learn the instrument, the practice. So I'll show you 5 steps for you to have the right practice on the instrument and improve on the guitar. Let's jump into the lesson. First step, have a goal. It's really important to have a goal to improve on the guitar. When we start on the guitar, usually we already have a goal to learn a song that we like. So this can be your first goal. When I look back when I started to learn guitar, I realized that I had small goals. First I wanted to learn guitar because I was really into music. Actually, I would like to learn drums first. Then I got my first guitar and I didn't practice at all. After a few years with the guitar, then I started to practice. And what motivated me to learn the guitar was to play the songs that I like it. Usually that's the beginning. There's an instrument that catches our attention and we want to learn to play the songs that we like. When I started to play guitar, I was really into rock and it was influenced me, the guitar solos, the guitar players. I wanted to learn to play that songs. So that's was my first goal. Then, once I started to play some guitar, the next step, I wanted to play more difficult songs and learn the guitar solos. That was my other goal. Then I was so passionate about the guitar that I wanted to become a musician. So I had these kind of goals in my mind, even that I didn't think that at that time. Get a vision of what you want to achieve with the guitar. If you already have a goal that is to learn the songs that you like, you need to just think about what's the steps you need to achieve that goal. And also you can think a little bit more deep. What else do you want to do when you learn guitar? Do you want to just play for yourself? Do you want to play with friends? Do you want to play in a band? So you can think a little bit more in a long-term vision where you can set these goals and what are the steps to achieve it. With the steps that you need to achieve something, you just take one step at a time. If you want to learn your first song, so you can just get chord transitions first, just a few chords, songs with 2 chords, just technique exercise. You do the step by step to achieve the song that you want. Maybe the song has 4 chords. So you don't need to start with that song with 4 chords. You start with a song with 2 chords that is easy for you to do and one step at a time. Step number 2, make it practical. You need to play the guitar. Yeah, you need to sit down and practice. You don't need to worry too much about theory or the paper, music in paper, read music. Get the instrument and play. You need to a little bit of theory just to understand the chords that you're doing, the name of things, but you don't need to know how a chord is built. You don't need to know the formula of a major scale. You just need to sit down, learn first how to play something, and then later you move to understand what you're doing. Step number 3, make it easy. It's really important that you get the step-by-step and very easy steps at the beginning. Especially if you are starting from 0. You're just starting on the guitar. If you want to play a song with 4 chords, as I said before, don't get this song first. Get the step-by-step. You can get a song with 2, 3 chords, very easy chord transitions. Even songs with 2 chords or 3 chords can be hard at the beginning. You don't have yet the coordination between your both hands and how to do that. You can pick a song that is very easy chord transitions or even just easy chord transitions, just some chords for you to start off and practice. For example, you can get an E minor and A7 chord. You just need to move one finger. That's pretty good. If you get a chord, for example, G or C, these chords you need to move many fingers, 4 fingers and 3 fingers, and very different positions. You're not used to that movement and move all the fingers at the same time. It can be very hard at the beginning. So we start with just moving one finger, then a chord progression with 2 fingers. For example, A minor and D7. Then you get with more fingers like G and D. Notice that my finger 3 is here, so it's much easier to do the transition. Then you get to the G and C. You can get a song as a horse with no name that has just 2 chords, E minor, and this D6 over F sharp, so don't worry about the name of the chord. Remember, you don't need to think too much about theory yet, so you just get this chord, E minor, and think like a D6, this one. Very easy. You just move your fingers 2 from strings 4 and 5 to strings 3 and 6. There we go, you have your already. And you practice just the chord transitions first. Then we start to add the strumming. So make it easy. It's really important for you to start off. Step by step, one step at a time, very easy. Get your guitar in a place that is easy for you to see it. Don't put your guitar in a bag, in a bedroom that you just go at night. Get your guitar in a living room, in a place that you can always easily see it, that you can just remember that you need to practice, and you can sit down and practice. That's also how we form habits. We make it easy to access. For example, if you want to eat healthy, what you need to do is to get the healthy food easy for you to see it. For example, when you open the fridge, all your vegetables will be very easy for you to visualize it. So that's how you make our habits. Make it easy. Now let's go to step number 4. But before we do it, remember to subscribe and ring the bell. This is really important for help me to keep creating content for you. Your like as well will help this video. So if you want to support the channel, your subscription and your like will be very important. Step number 4 is split it into chunks. It's really important that you get pieces of parts that you need to practice. If you're getting a song with 2 chords, you don't start just trying to do the strumming and to get the chord transitions. So you need to practice very slow, and you need to get the movement on your right hand first. So you just press those 2 chords. Once you get this movement that is common, you can do this, just down strokes. When it's easy, when you already learned this movement, then it's time for you to do the strumming. So then you do just the strumming. And the strumming here can be a simplification of the original one. For example, the song has a little bit more complex, changes a little bit the strumming. Get a simple one that you can play the whole song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And make it slow. If it's hard to do fast, you're losing the tempo. Make it easy, so make it slow, easy for you to think. When you're learning something new, you really need to focus, you really need to think about what you're doing until your brain learns the movement, and then with the repetition, it starts to become automatically. So you need to repeat many times and concentrate on what you're doing. Once it's become more automatically, then you start to do 2 things at the same time. So that's the process for us to learn anything, especially if it's something hard, something that you're not used to do. You really need to do this process of concentrate, repeat, then it's going to become automatically. Once you got the chord change, down strokes, then you add the strumming, a simpler one. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. There you go, your first song. You just get separate parts put together, and then you will be able to play it. Now remember that it can take longer. People learn in different pace. Some people will learn faster than the others. If you need to practice 1 week, 2 weeks, don't worry about it. That's part of the process. It's important for you to enjoy the journey and invest time for your practice that you will learn the guitar. Now is step number 5, what you need to practice. So if you are a very beginner, you just need to practice 2 things. First, technique. You need to get your fingers moving. And the second thing is the chords. So it can be a song, can be just a chord progression, can be 2 chords, 3 chords, just a few things. You don't need to practice more than that. And slightly, a little bit of theory just to understand the names. You just need to know the name of the chords, and that's it. You don't need to know why you are playing those 2 chords together and what's the formation of those 2 chords. So the technique, to start off, remember you can get chunks. And the best exercise for you to start off will be this 1, 2, 3, 4. But remember, if it's hard, make it easy. Make it easy. That's really important. So you don't need to start with 4 fingers on fret 1. Practice first just the picking technique. Chunks. Down, up, down, up. So practice this exercise until it becomes easy for you to do, that you can get the movement right. Then you start with fingers 1 and 2, fret 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you can put together your picking technique here with your left hand technique. And then you do. Next step, 1 in 3, then 1 in 4, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. One step at a time, very easy. Then you start to make it more challenging, using more fingers. Work on your alternate picking here. So you have here the technique exercise, and then the chords. The chords, I already give you some example, just chord progressions, simple ones, and for example a song as a horse with a line. Very easy for you to start off. Now I have 2 bonus steps that is really important for you play guitar. First one is resilience. That's really important for you to play guitar. Many times you'll be struggling with something, so you need to keep going. Sometimes you get frustrated. That's alright, that's part of the process, but if you overcome this frustration and keep practicing, so the feeling that you have when you learn the song that you like will be very rewarding, and it will help you to keep motivated to learn the next song. Resilience is key to learn not only guitar but any instrument. We're not going to be motivated every day to practice, and then you have to have discipline. So discipline will help you to overcome the difficulties, and your resilience will help you to keep going on the guitar. And step number 7, don't compare yourself to others. Once you compare yourself, you start to look at people that maybe be in a different level. Sometimes you can get frustrated, you can give up the guitar. So instead of comparing, get inspired. Understand why they are improving more, what they are doing, and learn from them. And understand that you will learn on your own pace. So you have your own way to learn guitar, things that will work for you, and things that will make you improve. When you're comparing, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's your comparison. So if yesterday you were doing exercise with 2 fingers, maybe today or on the next week you'll be doing with 4 fingers. So then you can compare and you have the right measure for your improvement. If you're playing 2 chords and in the next month or in 3 months you are able to play 3 chords with more fingers, that's your measure. So that's your comparison. So you can compare to yourself. And this measurement that you have, thinking about what you were able to do a few weeks ago with now, this will keep you on track because you can measure your improvement, and you seeing your improvement at your own rhythm, it's gonna motivate yourself to keep going. You can notice that you are better now than what you were 3 or 4 weeks ago. Last one but not least, have fun practicing, enjoy the journey. I hope that these tips will be very helpful for you to learn guitar. And write in the comments right now, and in a few months come back to see what you wrote here and if you are better on the guitar. Thanks for watching, see you next time.